Across 2 decades, Floyd Mayweather Jr. built his reputation on something rarer than power, defense so precise that opponent after opponent simply couldn't find him. Against Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather faced arguably the toughest test of his career. De La Hoya pushed the pace, backing Mayweather up and trying to work under pressure, but Mayweather's timing let him counter cleanly, landing hard right hands even while retreating. The fight went to a close decision, with Mayweather's defensive discipline proving to be the difference. Against Ricky Hatton, a come-forward pressure fighter, Mayweather's hand speed became the deciding factor. He caught Hatton repeatedly with left hooks, eventually landing one that sent Hatton into the ropes and hard into the corner post. The fight was stopped in the 10th round. After a lengthy layoff, Mayweather returned against Juan Manuel Marquez and delivered what many consider one of the most complete defensive performances of his career. Slipping combinations, making opponents miss by inches, and controlling range almost entirely on instinct.
Floyd Mayweather, here we go.
Hatton drops the right shoulder when he's coming in. He can see the right hand of Hatton load up, and he catches him with the hook.
Hatton has got a real big mouse underneath that right eye of his, and that's from the left hooks again. Hatton continues to want to put the pressure on Floyd. The lightning hand speed of Mayweather is extraordinary.
Hatton always has to start again when Mayweather gets his quick shot home.
Left hook drops him, and then he hit his head off the turnbuckle. This is the beginning of the end.
He won't let him off.
There he is, all over. The fight is over. Floyd Mayweather has stopped Ricky Hatton in the 10th round to retain the WBC and Ring Magazine Welterweight Championship of the world. Here we go, schedule of 12. After a 21-month layoff, Floyd Mayweather is back in action, and they've turned out en masse here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas to see him. Marquez hasn't been able to touch him yet. He makes a miss with 2 shots there. Look at this defense, unbelievable. For you young boxing fans that are watching Floyd Mayweather, you're seeing one of the, if not the greatest defensive fighter of all time. I mean, that's how strong I feel about him.
He's everywhere, and then he's nowhere. You think you've got him,
little dipsy-doodle, you throw the punch and he's not there. And again, it's not just hand quickness, it's the movement of the head, the way he rolls with punches. Look at the way he makes them miss. I mean, 3, 4 shots. This is just extraordinary.
We've been able to see Mayweather showcase so much. And this is a great exhibition of how to combine the best of offense and defense.
Brilliant victory for Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Against Shane Mosley, despite early trouble, Mayweather adjusted and used his speed to control distance, picking his moments to counter rather than engage in exchanges. Against Victor Ortiz, the fight ended controversially. Ortiz committed a foul, and in the confusion that followed, Mayweather landed a clean shot that ended the contest, a moment still debated by fans today. At 36 years old, facing Robert Guerrero, Mayweather showed no signs of decline. His reflexes and hand speed remained sharp, and he controlled the fight from the outside. Against Canelo Alvarez, then an undefeated 2-time champion, Mayweather won every round, frustrating Alvarez by refusing to engage in exchanges he didn't need to take. Against Marcos Maidana, Mayweather relied on center ring control and distance management, again winning by decision to unify the welterweight titles. Across all these fights, the pattern repeated. Opponents with power, pressure, or youth on their side, unable to solve a defense built on subtle head movement, distance control, and split-second reads of their tendencies.
Here we go! Look at that left hand being carried down low. Floyd able to get away with it because he's so fast with his hands. First minute and a half again, it's clear to see that Mayweather's outboxing Shane Mosley right now. And Mayweather with his speed again, bangs him up against the ropes. This is going to be frustrating for Shane Mosley right now. Look at that. Pity-pat punches by Shane, and Floyd cracks him with the right hand coming in.
And Mayweather from the outside can score and get there first.
A big right hand landed by Floyd. There's no way Ortiz can box with him.
No, I think Ortiz is going to come out and try to come straight at him and brawl.
Here we go, round one.
He is so instinctive. And there's the defensive.
And Mayweather sort of picking him apart. Look how quick he is when Ortiz comes after him. And there's Ortiz battling back, but look where the hands are of Mayweather. He lunged forward with his head. Time has been called, and now a point's going to come away.
Oh, and then as Mayweather makes him pay, what a rookie mistake there.
Big Ortiz. 9 and 10. It's all over. All right, so the stage is just about set. They'll clear the ring, and Dave, the anticipation of this, I just absolutely love. Nobody has pinpoint accuracy against the defensive tactics of Floyd Mayweather in the red trunks. He's standing straight up right now, and Carlos still can't get to him. Look at that. Overhand right. He wants to show this guy what a good fighter. There's no bad blood between these guys.
That's a nice move there by Mayweather. Let him set the trap, and he does. We saw some things tonight that were as vintage Mayweather as anything we have ever seen from him.
Whether you like him or you don't like him, you don't want to miss seeing him fight, because he is a tremendous athlete. 36 years old, I don't see any slowdown. I certainly don't see any ring rust.
Yeah, no change in the reflexes as he jabs and darts away from the counter. And then scores with the lead right hand.
But, I mean, the obvious difference in this is the hand speed, which is phenomenal from the 36-year-old fighter. I mean, look at that. He threw about 5 or 6 punches, and Mayweather just slips right out of that corner, kind of like a greased pig at a fair.
I don't think there's ever been anybody better we've seen that can shift from defense to offense and back so easily and effortlessly. A lot of what Floyd Mayweather does in there is instinctive. What he sees, what he picks up, and how he reacts off the nuances of his opponent and then gets there fast is what separates him from the other fighters, even the other elite fighters in this game.
Floyd Mayweather has given a boxing lesson to Robert Guerrero. Here we go. Both of these guys are focused. Remember, in the early going, everybody thinks Saul Alvarez must pressure Floyd Mayweather, must try to roughhouse him. Let's see if he can catch up with him at all. He's won the first 3 rounds of this fight. Easily, he's won them. Not controversially, not close. He's outboxed this guy. It's almost like Mayweather's inviting him in to throw his own right hand. He's trying to sucker him in. And Floyd Mayweather, so far, has been boxing lesson time for the young up-and-comer, undefeated 2-time world champion, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
There's just the subtle speed that Mayweather has that prevents him from getting there. Punches that he is used to landing against other opponents. Punches that have dropped other opponents. Punches that have stopped other opponents are coming up short or wide against Mayweather.
Look at the amount of shots missing by Canelo Alvarez.
And one thing that makes Mayweather frustrating to fight, he'll land these right hands, but he will not engage in a slugfest. So you're still getting hit with 6s and 7s on a scale of 1 to 10. Consistent 6s and 7s, but he's not opening up so that you might land a big shot on him.
He's so much under control. Look at the way he makes Alvarez. He's making him look like an amateur. Canelo comes in on him, jab, 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 miss, 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 miss with the right hand. Here he is again, miss, 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 miss. All misses.
He has to gamble.
He's got to gamble, Davey.
He's got to get inside, even though he's lining it up. He has to throw the technique idea to the window and just lower his shoulders and go after Mayweather. Whatever he pays, so what?
Folks, you are watching absolutely one of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing. Be pleased you spent your money to see this. Be pleased. This is history in the making. His hands are perfectly executing whatever he wants. From the brain to the end of his fist, Floyd Mayweather is in command. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mayweather has defeated him, winning every round of this fight. For the undisputed WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine Welterweight Championship of the World, Floyd Mayweather Jr. against Marcos Maidana. This is where Floyd fights his best, when he's right in the center of the ring. When he goes back to the ropes, Maidana can pressure him and try to hold him in there. But this is where Floyd has had his best boxing out here. See the counter right up with that.
Mayweather settles into the comfort zone, and Mayweather is getting his distance again. And there's some classic Mayweather coming out. The right hand lead again. Backing off. Not getting hit with the shot.
Yeah, Floyd's playing very well right now.
And he's found himself distanced. He's gotten comfortable with the timing of Maidana. Able to clip him on the way in.
Winner by majority decision. He is now the WBA and the WBC welterweight unified champion of the world, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Long before Floyd Mayweather Jr. became one of boxing's most complete defensive fighters, his father was developing the very foundation his son would inherit, a defensive system known as the Philly Shell. Floyd Mayweather Sr., in the only professional footage that exists of him in his prime, faced a rising, largely untested prospect, Sugar Ray Leonard, who would go on to become one of the greatest welterweights in boxing history. Mayweather Sr.'s stance was the blueprint his son would later refine. A bladed guard, lead hand held low, out of an opponent's natural line of sight, with his rear hand kept high to defend against jabs and absorb hooks. That low lead hand did more than defend. It set up a sharp, deceptive jab that could convert into a hook depending on how an opponent reacted. Leonard, recognizing the danger of engaging directly with a Philly Shell defense, adjusted his approach almost immediately, abandoning conventional headhunting combinations in favor of angles and bodywork, looking to draw Mayweather Sr. out of his defensive shape rather than attack it head-on. The turning point came when Mayweather Sr. extended a jab and Leonard countered with two clean shots that visibly hurt him. From that point, the fight became a pattern that would define the rest of the bout, Mayweather Sr. finding brief moments of offensive success, then retreating into his defensive shell to survive Leonard's response. By the 8th round, Mayweather Sr. landed a clean left hook, one of his best moments in the fight. But Leonard absorbed it, recovered instantly, and answered with a faster hook of his own.
Jr. also inherited Sr.'s survival skills. Mayweather had Floyd Sr. comes out in round 3 with a point to make and respect to earn. Mayweather trademark. But round after round, he ends up hurt
but not good fighting. This is the 6th round. Seconds to go. End of the round. Mayweather got in a good left again. Mayweather dancing. Leonard pursuing. Mayweather slipped a little. He was not. Quick flurry in the last minute of each round. A good left caught Mayweather, having him hurt.
To pounce.
Knockdown from the right. That left started it off. Mandatory 8 count. Mayweather tells referee.
When push came to punch, Floyd Sr. was a survivor. But not even he could survive a talent like Sugar Ray Leonard. There's no shame in that. Some of the greatest to ever live couldn't survive the master opportunist. Floyd Sr. at the time of the fight had the makings of a top 5 welterweight in a fairly stacked division, but it wasn't meant to be. Sr. needed money. He had a young son already in boxing gloves, with a mouth to feed. So Sr. got into some illicit business with the mother's side of the family. It went south, and soon Floyd Sr. owed a debt. That generally goes only one way in Detroit. A man with a weapon in his home. In a last-ditch effort to save his skin, Floyd Sr. picked up his son. That night, Sr. lost a calf and a career. But Floyd Jr. saved his father's life. Sr. settled into the role of trainer and teacher. His son soaked up the tricks of the family trade and grew greater by the year. He excelled under his guidance, despite the occasional disagreements. The biggest similarity between father and son is more than a similar style and stubbornness. When you dig down deep into the DNA of the Mayweathers, you find that both father and son possessed the same gritty determination to do what they had to do to survive.